We're going camping, but we're running out of room. What are we going to do about that? Stick around. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Clint. One of the problems us two-door people have is enough room for cargo. Even with the back seat out, you still don't have a lot of room. We generally don't take a lot of stuff with us when we go camping, but there are some creature comforts that we like to have. Most of the time we can get it all in 2 Jeeps, but since Grunt's still down, we have to pile it all in napalm. My Jeep did not come with the trailer tow package. So I'm going to be putting a receiver hitch on today so I can mount this cargo carrier that's been stacked up here collecting dust for about the last year and a half. This is the receiver hitch for Jeep JL by Tiger. It is an Amazon product. It was less than 60 bucks. The reason I went with this one is because I had one for the JK from this company and it worked extremely well on my JK. So I know it worked, or at least that version of it did, so I was willing to give this one a try. What you're going to get in the box is your receiver hitch, hardware, 6 flat washers, 2 lock washers, 4 bolts, and 2 nylock nuts. You're going to get a receiver cover. It's going to slide in there like that when you're not using it. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to come out because I lost my other one. And then this is a retainer. It's going to go here or here, whichever side you want to put it on. This is a retainer for your 7-pin connector if you're going to run a wiring harness. I'm not going to, so I'm probably not even going to put that on there. That just looks like something that could get hung up and ripped off on a rock. So we're going to leave that off. All right, under the back of the Jeep, here's your cross member. See these 2 bolts right here, one here and one here. They're an 18 millimeter. They're going to have to come out. Now I do want to point out, right here is where the factory muffler would be. If you guys been watching this channel for a while, you know I don't have a factory muffler. I have a Flowmaster kit on mine. So you need to bear in mind that your factory muffler, if you still have it, is going to be right here. Now don't let that worry you. As long as it's not hot, it has some movement to it. You should be able to get a hold of it and move it enough to get these bolts out using a wrench rather than an impact, which is what I'm going to do because I'm lazy and it's faster. All right, once you get these 18 millimeter bolts out, we're going to have to take this bolt and this bolt out. They're 10 millimeter. And then we're going to have to loosen these nuts on each side of the frame. Those are 16 millimeter. We're not taking these nuts all the way off. We're just loosening them because this is the bumper support bracket. This is what holds your plastic bumper cover on and gives it its rigidity. The reason we have to loosen this is because the receiver hitch goes between the cross member and the bumper support bracket. Now, some models do not have this. If you crawl under your Jeep and you do not see this here, you don't even have to worry about all that. All you do is slap your receiver hitch up over the cross member, put your four bolts through it, and you're good to go. But if you have this bumper support bracket, you're going to have to do this. All right, I got my 2 10 millimeter bolts out, and then I've got these nuts on each side. The instructions say just to loosen them, but getting up in there to that top one is a pain in the ass. You can't get a socket in there because of the frame mount or the body mount right here. It's without taking a bunch of shit off here. So I ended up using a long ratcheting box end wrench, and I went ahead and took the nuts off the bottom so that I had a little more room to maneuver there. Those are a pain in the ass, but I got it loose enough where I've got some wiggle room, and now you can see this hole right here. I don't know if you can see that or not. See that hole right there where my finger is? Right there. And right there, that's where those two nuts are going to go through those holes. So your receiver hitch has to go between the cross member and the bumper support bracket. So that's why we had to loosen all that shit up. Now, oh, like a glove. All right. So now, take one of the bolts that came with it right through there and get it started to hold it up there in place. And on these bolts, I used one flat washer and one of the lock washers on each bolt. Alright, now we can take our factory bolts and go on the outside. There it goes. All right. Now you can hit them bad boys with a couple of uggas and a few duggas. That dude is attached. Now you can put your 10mm bolts back in down here. Helps keep these cheap ass plastic bumper covers in place. And then we can tighten up our nuts on either side. Now we got the cargo carrier installed. Throw our coolers, whatever else we need to throw on there. All the lighter stuff, sleeping bags, tent, stuff like that, can go on top of the diabolical slipstream. I think it's got 150 pound weight capacity, so we ought to be good to go now. All right, y'all, that's how we got our trailer hitch installed. The instructions that came with it were kind of vague, kind of had to figure it out, but there was enough information there, and once I got up under the Jeep, I could see what it was talking about. I'll have a link to this receiver hitch in the description below. As far as the cargo carrier itself, man, it's nothing special. I bought it at Wally World. Anyhow, I'm going to get a beer, start loading up, getting ready to head out in the morning. Hope y'all liked the video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Till next time, keep the shiny side up. Jeep on. Let's go, Brandon.